What's up, guys? I want to tell you a funny story that happened to me a few years back when one of my care tenants was taking off my sweatshirt. Um, we had like a mishap, I guess, and how how it how I take off my sweatshirt is they put their right arm underneath my left armpit and they kind of sit me up, and then you pull my shirt up in the back first, and then you sit me back and I pull it up over, pull my arm out and then my head. Well, one of the reasons why I started cutting the backs of my shirts out was so I didn't have to lean up all the time and have things like this happen. Well, I was getting ready to take off my sweatshirt, and sorry if you can hear my dog snoring. He's kind of loud when he sleeps. But so she leaned me up and then pulled my shirt up in the back and then sat me back, and everything was fine, whatever, normal. And went to, after she pulled it up over my head, my chair was left on, and this is why I turn my chair off when I do this too. So word from the wise, when you're moving around and stuff like that, or putting on or taking off a sweatshirt or t-shirt or whatever, you might want to turn your chair off just in case, so you don't have this happen. But so when she pulled my shirt up over my head, it got wrapped around the control joystick, because it looks like kind of like a goalpost, and it caught under that joystick, and whichever way you turn your joystick is the way you're going to go. So when she was on my right, from kind of like the front corner of my chair, she went to pull the sweatshirt off the armrest on this side, but it was caught under the joystick. When she did that, my chair like spun toward her really fast. She started running around my chair, and I'm chasing her around in a circle, and we get around like 3-4 times, and I'm like smacking the backs of her legs, and I'm like, quit pulling, and she's trying to pull harder, and I'm going faster like at her, and as we're spinning around, I keep like bumping into her legs and taking, like, I'm surprised she didn't go down, and I felt so bad. So from that point on, I stopped leaving my chair on when I am taking off my shirt or my sweatshirt. So just to word to the wise, or word from the wise, or something like that, however they say that, you might want to turn your chair off when you go to take your sweatshirt or your t-shirt off, just in case. So another story, my buddy was here, and I was having him get me out of bed, and he's like a stronger dude, and he could just scoop like under my legs and like kind of like throw me over his shoulder kind of lift. And when he did that, he sat me into my chair, like, just like, I don't know how I guess he was kind of like this. He like sat me into my chair, and his arm, his elbow, my chair was still on again, his elbow hit my joystick backwards. So he's like hunched over, and I'm kind of up on his shoulder, and he's pushing my joystick, and we're full throttle, full rabbit, backwards, and he's in front of me chasing me, holding on to me, and we're running across the room backwards, and we finally hit the wall on the other side of the room, and I don't know, the first thing he said was, "Holy shit, dude." And then, like, I was just glad we were fine, we didn't break anything or, break each other or whatever, but he surely hung on to me when we were sailing. And so yeah, it was luckily he hung on to me and we rode it out. But hey, things like that happen. But yeah, definitely when you're transferring into and out of your chair, or putting on or taking off a shirt or something, make sure your chair's like turned off, or at least not in gear, or your tires are locked, if you have like a manual chair. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I'll tell you that. But I guess I don't have a video for that. But just picture somebody chasing you across the room and backwards. But camera's gonna overheat, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.